So on the higher time frame, still being bullish right on EU. So gonna do the usual markups, which look at the 4 hour. So you bouncing small, but looking like inducement for me, right? Because we have not tapped into the POI yet. So let's refine that on the 15-minute as well. This nicely, and then we have that low as well to be considered, right? So let's mark out this low as well. So actually make the zone a little bit smaller. So we think that this is inducement, right? But as I said before, this was not a break of structure, in my opinion. There's no real highs broken. There's just price, doing their rollover thing. So waiting for price to break structure in order for us to look for the continuation buys, right? So we're gonna wait till Asia. Let me mark out Asia, which is right here. So let's see. Well, we want these highs to be broken in order to look for continuation buys. So we have these highs broken now. We're gonna jump down to the 1 minute and see potential buys, right? Let's see now. So we have a break of structure right here. These are all broken highs. Potentially trying to get in towards from here. I think it'll be easier to see in the 15-second chart to just get the refinement. Yeah, exactly. So I would take this POI long right here, entry like this, stop below these lows. Well, let's make it 2 pips. Consider the spreads. Look for a TP. Let's see on the 15-minute. Don't want to be targeting too high, right? Maybe right here, or let me look at the 5 minute. Maybe I want to target some liquidity, but I don't see any liquidity, right? But these highs, let's go for a 1 2 3, I guess. A 1 to 3 should be fine. Yeah, let's start. Maybe we'll see more. Maybe we'll see more price, but I don't think we're gonna go as high as this, right? And we also have this POI right here. So would I take that? Uh, Let me see if I can refine it on the 4 hour. So in the 4 hour, looks like we could take it like this, right? So I would take my take profit right here. That would be a good take profit. So let's see. I'm taking a buy limit here. Nice tap in. Good reaction. You could have even entered market right here. As soon as you broke that little high, stop like this, and then the same take profit. Um, that's a 1 2 4 as well. So let's see. Okay, let's take profit hit in 2 minutes, 5 minutes. So that's a nice setup on EU. And as we see now, we are in this 4 hour supply, right? Gotta be careful on that as well. Could see small reversal, as we said. We think that this is inducement, right? We think that that was inducement, so we're expecting price to come towards this zone and take out all those liquidities. So we're actually gonna wait on the 5 minute. We're not looking for continuation buys now because we're inside this POI right here. So now we break these lows, right? Actually sweep them first, and then let's see what happens next. So you get a fake move to the upside, and then you're gonna go lower. Okay, so you get the break of structure right now, and the zone that causes the break of structure is right here. Let's see if we get the retracement right there for a potential sell, but I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking for buys, right? So let's see, no retracement. Where could we see a possible retracement on the 15-minute? We could see a possible retracement, towards this zone, and then we could see some buys off here, right? So let's see on a 3 minute maybe. Um, if you refine this, you would probably take it like this. So yeah, something like this, or we could take that candle as well. That's fine. Now let's see what happens. Price taps in. We want to break. If that happens, let's go into 1 minute. Maybe that'll be easier. So now we form these double lows. So it's riskier to enter right now, but let's say you went market right on the break of this stops. Well, just because we had that double liquidity, I wouldn't put my stop loss below these lows. I would actually exit right here and wait for these liquidities to be taken. And that's also gonna make sure we're gonna get the chalk flip to the downside. So that's gonna be nice if that happens. So let's see if we get the potential chalk flip first. And with London around the corner, it could be happening. So we have that breakout structure now. Now we could also just look for a simple demand buy, right? But we want to have a market buy because we don't have the correct reversal yet. But as far as I'm seeing, it's looking okay. Now we are considering these highs to be swept right now. Let's see if we potentially break that high. Okay, that's looking good. But yeah, as we see now, we've taken these highs and we've actually tapped into this POI right here, which was the extreme POI. Now we're gonna wait. We want these lows to get taken because it's very, very much liquidity, and get maybe 50% into your POI, right? Something I usually don't look at, but we could see where is this at? The gam box. So maybe a 50% retracement towards your POI. There it is. It's actually 100% inside your POI. Even took out these lows, so that is also very nice. So now we're waiting for a breakout structure to the upside. There it is. We could be going market entering right now, so towards here you got fill, let's say, or we could wait for the retracement, right? But we're gonna show both possibilities, and we're targeting these highs, double liquidity, or we could even be targeting potentially this area where we have the demand, the zone that caused your demand to fail, right? So we're gonna be targeting these highs because since it's been a while the price hasn't touched there, we expect the liquidity to get grabbed right here. So it's all liquidity. So if it was recently, you could have easily taken here because you would have expected a retracement. But since it's been a while meaning a few hours, and this also the Asian high, it could take out here, but that is very, very extreme. I don't want to be too greedy, so I'm fine with this because this also tap into the 4-hour POI. Or we could see a retracement, towards this POI because essentially this is the POI that caused this down move, and you see that 3-minute chalk flip as well. So we could maybe look for potential sales right from that zone. So I will be taking this, and if you want to go on the retracement buy, you could be looking like this, right? Something like this, and then target right here. So let's see what happens next. So you get straight filled in, actually. You get filled in straight. Good reaction. So you almost get stopped out, which is kind of crazy. Right on London Open. I would have gone break even once price hits this high, which it did. I wouldn't have gone break even by this breakout structure because you see the retracement to the breakout structure demand zone. Also taking out this last liquidity and not taking this, respects it, very nice. We also see a big reaction from our POI. You could have caught a sell here right after we had that chalk flip, and then you would be targeting these lows. I would not take this trade personally, but I just want to see if it ever plays out. Okay, so I guess that plays out, but personally I wouldn't be taking that because I am looking for buys only and not for sales. Now we see the demand being failed once again, and you want to find out the reason that these demands got failed, which is this zone right here, kind of this zone. So let's see if we find a retracement. or we found a break of structure to the downside. Okay, we do not find a retracement, we find a break of structure to the downside. Now we see that the order flow on the lower time frame is bearish, so we're waiting for either a retracement towards our POI, right? And if that doesn't happen, we're not looking for any positions, right? So let's go further. This is a no trade zone for me because the lower time frame is bearish and price could bounce, but if it isn't my POI, then I don't take the trade. Right, so price could have even gone bullish here, but yeah, now we're inside my POI. So this is actually CPI. We've taken liquidity on CPI, and then we went up. So what I'm looking at is for price to kind of trace now and form some minor liquidity, right? Uh, Let me look at the 4 hour. If that is a, yeah, it's a correct sweep, so that's nice. So now I'm looking for price to move off a little after news to see what's gonna happen. So that's like a 30 pip move on one candle, which is crazy. So we see a liquidity sweep right after, which if I see a break of structure, I could be looking for a potential buy just because we swept, first of all, we swept this liquidity. We've also taken this POI. This was the POI that caused your demand to kind of fail. So you could have called a sell here. Very nice sell. We swept liquidity, which price shouldn't do usually because after this straight candle up, price should not make form like take out liquidity. So once we see that break of structure right here, I would be entering market because if I see the break and I see the liquidity sweep right after news, that means that price was to continue pushing up, but it wants to get out the sellers first. And I would be targeting this demand zone, which is the zone that which is actually the zone that caused your supply to fail, right? And we could be targeting these liquidities as we spoke because it's been a while that price didn't go here, right? You could also target any of these highs, maybe even this demand zone, but um, that is personal preference, really. You could be targeting that, but I'm okay with a 1 to 6, right? So let's see. Nice, we see that break to the upside, very nice. Maybe if we get a retracement, then we could look for a scale in, but I would possibly go break even now. Okay, that's my break even. You see that kind of reaction from the demand. Now, we could see price retrace, which I've seen multiple times, but you want to respect your take profit and your break even. So you're letting this trade run, which I would personally do. Even though I see retracement right from this demand supply zone, should be like this, that caused your demand to fail. But still, we are bullish on the higher time frame, and we had that 4 hour sweep now with CPI as well. So the 1 minute demand zone doesn't really mean shit to me. So let's see. Eventually, yeah, price shows that it wants to go. So there goes price. +6 risk reward. That's a very nice trade. Now it's about 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock Friday, especially, I'm not looking to trade very, very much because I think it's just going to be no setups. Right, you see a break of structure. You have no retracement. Then price trades inside your 4 hour POI once again after taking out this liquidity as well. And then price just goes slowly dying, right? No real trade, no real volume, nothing. So that'll be it for today's backtesting. So that was like we had like 2 trades, about 10 hours. So that's not bad. 10% if you risk 1%. So yeah, that's simple, efficient, and it was good, right? That was a good session. If you would have taken these trades live, not bad, I'd say. Um, but yeah.